Namaste, my beloved ones. Thank you again for joining me as we begin our third week of homestay, of more or less self-isolation, soft curfew, hard curfew. It's been a very interesting time, and I just feel so blessed that I have this that I can offer each of you. And I hope that it's benefiting you, and I hope that you are all really doing well, that you're really maintaining your health emotionally as well as physically. I know sometimes emotionally it can even be more difficult. We're such social beings, or most of us are anyway, and so it can be quite trying to be this much time with ourselves. So thank you for joining me. Thank you so much. So today, let's go back to lying back over our black spinal strip, if you have one. If not, you could take a towel and just roll it up so that it's kind of like this type of a shape where it's, so that it's something hard that you can lie on. Otherwise, if you have one of these little spinal strips, take it and fold it in half, as we often do. And we're going to lie back over it with this part that came together just here at the middle of our back. So just at the back, and so lying down onto the band. And we just want to also make sure that the band is straight. So we reach up and under and make sure that it's going to come right back. And I want the top of my head pretty much in line with the band. So I'm just going to turn this way for you to be able to see it this way now. So again, middle of my back, and then I make sure that it's straight, and then I lie back over it. And then just arms out to the side, just feeling how that feels for you today, noticing your chest, just allowing your chest to soften and relax. And then just hands back down by your side, give your pelvis a little lift and lengthen and come back down again. And then just gently, we can even take our fingertips to our head if we like, or just think of lifting from your hairline. Just slowly lift your head up, roll up a little bit, and then roll back down, keeping the neck very, very long. Maybe you want to do it with your hands down by your side. I prefer this way. So hands down, palms up, that just opens the chest. Thinking of a little angel lifting me from my forehead, just drawing up, and then reach your hands towards your feet. And what that does is it pulls the shoulder blades down your back, and then roll your spine back down. Hands on your middle, on your lower ribs, just soften down. Walk your feet in a little bit, maybe towards your pelvis, feet together, and then take your knees out to the side. Turn the soles of your feet together. Inhale, lift your knees a little bit. What that's going to do is put a little pressure into the black band. Keep that pressure and take your knees wide again. Lift your knees a little bit again. Just lift. Feel that pressure into the band. Keep that pressure. So sometimes if we're tight in the hips, what ends up happening is we arch our back up, which really isn't a movement in the hip joint. It's really a movement in the back. So again, keep the back long, keep the whole torso still, and just moving in the hip joints, let your knees go wide. And then take your hands up to the ceiling, fingertips touching, just reaching up, and then slowly exhale, just go back a little bit. Keep your fingertips touching. Inhale, lift your knees just a little bit, lift your hands up a little bit, and then again exhale, go wide through the knees and go back a little bit further with the arms. Inhale, knees up a little bit, arms up a little bit, coming up, and then again, exhale, go wide through the knees and back through the arms. So we're coming back, keeping your fingertips touching the whole time. Inhale, lift just a tiny bit, doesn't have to be far. All we want is a little contraction. And then exhale, middle stays in the middle, back stays flat, arms out. Stay here and inhale, just pull a little bit through the right knee and the right hand. Can we just stretch a little bit and then relax back to center? And then left knee, left arm, stretch a little bit and then back to center. Inhale, reach a little bit through both arms, reach, 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 and then exhale, release. Turn your palms up slowly without arching your back. That might mean taking your arms a little bit apart, but slowly bring your hands towards the floor. Again, keep your middle in the middle. Inhale, lift your hands just a little bit. Lengthen, pull out a little bit with your little finger, and exhale, release down again. And just breathe in, and as you exhale, can you sink your back down that little bit further? And then slowly bring your arms wide like big, beautiful angel wings. Bring them all the way down by your legs, all the way. And then slowly lift your knees back up to center. Just lift up nice and easy. Turn over onto one side, reach back, take a hold of the band from underneath you, and then turn back over onto your back. Just roll over and just pause for a moment. And just feel how that feels for you. Stress and tension, and even sort of those underlying fears that we don't even really aware of, but we're going through a very interesting time. It would be quite unusual for us not to have some kind of little worries, little fears, little when is this all going to come to an end kind of feelings. And those feelings really get stuck in our shoulders, our chest, our heart center, our middle, that center of fear, and really softening through the heart. Just release. And then turn over onto one side again. Lift yourself up. Come up onto our hands and knees today. And then we're going to just begin with just what I call like a little mini sun salutation. So it's not the full sun salutation. It's just downward facing dog, child's pose, the wave, and upward facing dog. So Adho Mukha Shavasana, Balasana, and Urdhva Shiva Shavasana. So just here, just coming with our hands. Hopefully you've begun to get this idea of the outer edge of your hands, fingertips down. Tuck your toes under. Inhale, lift up off your knees, and exhale, just lengthen back. Come up onto your toes. Have a look at where your feet are. We want to take the heels straight back. Can we go back? Notice if one heel in particular wants to turn in, and just draw it out a little bit so that our heels are straight back. But notice what also happens with your knees when we're doing that. We don't want our knees to rotate in. So inhale up, exhale, draw those heels back, keeping our knees in the same place, in a nice neutral position. And then bend your knees down, come down, and then just gently come back, elbows narrow, bringing them down to the floor, and then just bowing down, that surrender, that release.
and then come forward, keeping your forehead low to the floor. Lift your elbows up like we're going to catch our rib cage, chin down, chest down, and then lift up into upward dog. Draw the elbows in. We have a tendency to want to lock those elbows, which if you notice that really locks my shoulders. Unlock your elbows to pull those shoulder blades down our back. Then we can easily lift the chest. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, downward dog again. Just draw back. Inhale, bend your knees down. Exhale, bend your elbows to the floor and bow down. Sometimes our shoulders don't allow us to do the wave, so then we can do a little variation. Just lift up, pull the elbows towards your hips towards your elbows, and come into upward dog. So this is just a little easier way, especially if we have any issues with the shoulders. This really just keeps the shoulders in a good place. And then tuck your toes under, lift up, and exhale, stretch back. And let's just do it with breath. Inhale, come down onto the knees. Exhale, elbows to the floor, bow your forehead down. Now either way, come into upward dog. So just come forward, whichever way is better for you, and exhale, lift and open. Inhale, swing up into downward dog. Exhale, draw right back. Inhale, down onto your knees, down onto your elbows. Exhale, bow the forehead down. Inhale, come forward into Urdhva Mukha Shavasana, getting that lift up. Inhale, downward dog. Exhale, draw back. Remember this is that retreat into the heart. Inhale, bend your knees, bend your elbows. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, come forward, leading with the heart. We come forward into the world doing whatever we're called to do. One more round. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, draw back. Really draw back into the heart. Inhale, we bow to the earth. We really connect to the earth. I bow down. Inhale, come forward into the world. We lift up. Everything I do for the benefit of all. And then lift your pelvis up. Come up. Buttocks in the air. Take your elbows wide. One hand on top of the other. And pause. Pause, breathe, be right here, right now. Present to your breath, to your body, those free associating thoughts. Slowly lift yourself up. Swing your legs out in front of you. Just swing them out. Pull your sitting bones back a little bit. And then just bring your tips out to the side. Just sit tall. Draw your chin down and back just a tiny bit. Draw up a little bit through the pelvic floor and just draw the navel in just a little bit, just here. And then exhale, find that groundedness. Just sit down to sit up. And then inhale, lift your arms up, straight out to the side. Turn your left palm up, right palm stays down. Inhale, and now right from your navel, twist to the left. Try to keep the arms straight out to the side. Just breathe in and exhale, just rotate around. Inhale, come back to center. Left palm down, right palm up. Sit up tall. Inhale and exhale, twist to the right. Keep those arms straight out. Just breathe in
And exhale, can we just twist a little bit further? Come back to center, lift your arms up, just reach up, get that lift up, and then just come forward a tiny bit, a tiny bit. Inhale, lift, reach back even a little bit, and then exhale, come forward a millimeter further. Again, inhale, lift, reach back a little bit. Now let's take our arms wide and reach back and let the chest come a little bit forward. Inhale, swing back up. Get that lift up, reach up, and then exhale, arms wide, like we're just doing a nice, beautiful swimming stroke. Inhale, reach up again, lift up, and exhale, come forward, come forward. This time, bring your hands down, maybe to your toes, maybe to the floor, doesn't matter, but just don't push and pull. Just nice and easy. Just inhale wherever you're at. Just draw up a little bit. Think length from your pubic bone to your collarbone. Can we get that lift, that lengthen, and then can we just gently come forward. Inhale, lift a little bit, lengthen, and then again, can we come forward the tiniest little bit. And then lift back up again, hands down by your side, palms down, and try to have your hands right by your buttocks, right by your buttocks. Inhale, just again drawing your elbows back a little bit, and exhale, just think of our bandhas. The mula bandha is the pelvic floor just drawing up gently. It's a diaphragm, we're lifting it up. The Uddiyana bandha is in the middle, it's where our respiratory diaphragm is, and we're also just gently drawing it back and up a little bit. And then the last diaphragm is here at the throat center, and we're just drawing the chin back and down, just a tiny bit, so that we're not leading with our chin. We're really keeping our ears back over our shoulders. So let's find those bandhas. Just exhale and just get a sense. Can we have those three bandhas working like a team, a trio? Inhale, just breathing in, and exhale, all three bandhas doing their part. And then inhale, point your toes, bring your chin a little bit to your chest, and then exhale, swing up onto your hands and your feet. Inhale, swing back, down again, really plant yourself down, lift your arms up, and exhale again, come forward. Inhale, lift up, arms wide. Exhale, sit in Dandasana, sit up. Inhale, point your toes, chin to your chest. And exhale, swing up. And can we really lift through those hips? Can we open through the shoulders? Again, we don't want to lock the elbows, just lift through the hips. Inhale, swing back down again. Lift your arms up, and exhale, come forward again. Slide your hands up your legs, just sit for a moment, just breathing and being. Checking in, how are you doing? How are you feeling here? And then if you tend to have a long torso and shorter arms and legs, then grab a couple of blocks like this, if you have two of these blocks, and just put them on either side of yourself. So we've got two blocks that we're going to put our hands on, so that it's going to give your arms a little bit more length, because what we're going to do is try to hold ourselves up off the floor. But I'm just going to demonstrate this first so that you'll see it. But we don't want to do it with locked arms and locked shoulders. Again, that's why the block is helpful, because it gives us that extra length to be able to rotate the shoulders back and down. I actually have quite long arms, so I'm not going to use the blocks. But if you need blocks, please, if you think, oh, I'm not sure, then use a block, because that'll just help you with it. So this is a little bit of strength building, but we're really, again, finding that upper body strength and opening through the chest. Let's exhale, just chin to chest. Good. Inhale, just stay here. And then as you exhale, swing up into what's called tabletop or crab position. Inhale, get the lift a little bit more. And then as you exhale, swing the hips back, lift your toes up, and hold yourself off the floor. Inhale, swing up, lift up. Can you even go a little higher now? And then exhale, swing back. Hold yourself, pull those elbows back. Inhale, lift up again, elbows back, lift those hips up. One more time, swing back, toes up, hold, and then swing up and hold here. Just head in neutral. Think of those 3 bandhas, just breathing in and exhaling. Can we just hold here? And then look to your navel, swing your hips all the way back. Land on your sitting bones. Lift both arms up, reach back, and then come forward. Wherever forward is for you. Inhale, lengthen a little bit, and exhale, come forward, maybe a tiny bit further. Bring your hands by your legs, lift. Can we pull our elbows back and down a little bit and just come forward? Check out the neck. Neck is free. Can we come forward a little bit through the chest? Nice and easy, nice and easy. And then lift yourself back up. Bend your knees, bend your knees. Inhale, lift your arms up. And now exhale, roll a little bit down. Inhale, lift again, reach. And exhale, roll back just gently. Keep the feet on the floor. Lift again, lift. And then roll back. Stay here, breathe in. Pull your shoulder blades down your back. And then in this position, we're going to do today the Kapalabhati breath. The Kapalabhati breath is a strong exhalation and a passive inhalation. It's a little bit like panting, a little bit like panting. It's really good for the respiratory system. It's really good for the fire as well. So just breathing in and then just begin, just like this. Inhale, lift yourself up, straighten your legs back out again, and then just sit tall. And just feel how you feel. And then lift your arms up, come forward again. And this is going to be a little bit more difficult, but in a forward fold, can you do that same kind of panting breath? Again, it's a passive inhalation and strong exhalation. It sounds like this. And then inhale, just sit up, hands down by your side. Pause for a moment and just feel how you feel. And then eyes open, just come down to lying down. Now we're going to do that same breath, and we're going to lift up into what is a low boat position. So just a little boat position. Now you can keep your feet on the floor, just like we did last time, or you can lift your feet up off the floor. The choice is yours, and you can straighten your legs also if you like a little bit. So I'll demonstrate it with legs straight, but you can do it any way you like. Feet on the floor, knees bent, feet on the floor, feet off the floor, legs straight. Doesn't matter. You can have one leg bent and one leg lifted up. So just whatever feels comfortable for you. Honoring yourself. Let's begin with an exhalation. So just exhale and then inhale. Lift your arms, lift your head, lift your legs up, and then begin. Just inhale, maybe lift a little higher. Inhale, lift maybe a little higher. Inhale, reach for your legs, lift yourself up to sitting, come up to sitting, take your legs, straighten them out, lift both arms up again, reach up, and exhale, come forward. Just come forward, rock a little bit from side to side this time, thinking of walking your pelvis back. Can we walk it back? Come to neutral. Inhale, lift a little bit through your heart center, and then exhale, come down gently. Inhale, lift back up again, hands by your side. Just pause for a moment, just feeling how you feel right here, right now. And then just move to let's start to the left side of our mat. So move to the left side of your mat, bend your right leg up, and just like yesterday, how we rotated that leg in the hip socket, just gently rotate it up and down a few times, really feeling that movement in the hip socket, and then let the knee come down. Sometimes it can be very beneficial to put a block under that leg. It really helps those muscles relax and let go. And then left foot just extended out. So we're just here, hips are more or less balanced, hips are more or less balanced. And then take first off, your left hand to your right knee, right hand behind you, and use that right hand just to lift up a little bit through your spine, press a little bit through your left foot, and just twist to the right. Can we just come around a little bit, and then come back to center, switch arms, right hand to the outside of your left leg, left hand behind you, just sit up and twist. Can we come around and really draw that left shoulder blade down your back. Again, that action of pulling the elbow back and down. And then come back to center. Come back to center. Lift the knee up and cross the leg over. So cross it over. Again, hips are balanced. If you need to sit on a block to have your hips balanced, sit on a block. Take your left hand to your right knee and just sit up tall. So we're just here, drawing the knee in a little bit, right hand on the floor behind you. Again, you could use a block. You could put your hand on the block. That just gives you that little bit longer arm, and then draw the chest around. Again, just breathing in and just getting that lift up and that rotation around. And then turn back forward, sit down through both sitting bones. Maybe draw that foot in a little closer. And then lift your left arm up. Reach it up. Get that length through your whole left side. And if you can, bring your elbow to the outside of your knee. Or you can hug it in. Either one is fine. And then just again, hand behind you on the block or on the floor. Sit up tall. So we don't want to be slouched. We want that lift up, lengthen, and exhale. Just twist a little bit further. Even ask yourself, where can I twist from a little more? Keeping your chest twisted to the right, turn your head to the left. Look to your right toes, even wiggle them, and just see them there. Just breathe in, lift a little bit from your pubic bone to your sternum, and then turn your head a little further even. Can we draw that right shoulder blade down a little bit? And then maybe close your eyes, because that helps the neck muscles relax. And then bow your forehead towards your right toes on the left side. Just bow down, just giving your neck that nice little release. And then lift your head back to center. We're going to stay in the twist just for another moment, maybe going a little bit deeper into it now that we've released. And then look straight forward to your left toes, straight out in front, nose just in line with those toes, and then shoulder blades down your back. Can you tilt your head? Can we tilt our head like we just want to look over it, over our shoulder? Just tilt. Again, drop that right shoulder down and just tilt the head, giving a nice stretch to all those side neck muscles. Just tilt, tilt, and then back up to center. Release your torso forward. Bring your right foot back close to your left hip. Bring your hands under your left knee or left leg. Lift through your heart center and come forward. Inhale, draw up a little bit. So I want that lengthen through my body as I come forward and down. Shoulder blades drawn down my back a little bit. Head in neutral, just releasing. And then slowly lift yourself back up. Take your right leg again, lift it up, and just grabbing a hold of it. I'll turn that to face you again. Just rock it a little bit from side to side. Can we get that deep release through the hip joint? And then can we hug the leg in towards our heart and release it out and hug it in again. And release it out and hug it in again. And then release it out. And then maybe, not for everybody, but maybe you can place your foot in your elbow joint. And then you can wrap your right arm around and then just rock your leg from side to side. Like we're rocking the baby. Just rock it from side to side. And then draw your leg to your heart to your leg, and just breathe and hold, and breathe and hold, and then slowly release. Take a hold of your foot. If you need to, you could grab a band or your physio band, right? You could grab a hold of it and just hold your foot and then slowly extend out, or your bounce, just breathing in. And then bend the knee towards your chest again. Lift your heart towards your thigh and lift that foot up. Again, shoulders relax. We can draw the elbows in and back as we lift through the heart center. Or you can just be holding your toes. Either one works just fine, but just don't lock the shoulders. Keep drawing up. And then gently think of drawing an arrow back, and I will pull that knee back. Inhale, just here, and then exhale, shoot the leg out Again, take it up. Again, pull it back. Can we draw it back, and exhale, shoot it up and out. One more time, draw it back, and then exhale, lift through the chest. Just draw up and just hold it here, just for a moment. And then shoot it back out again and hold it here for a moment. Just hold it here, getting that lift up, just here. And then bend the leg down. Again, knee out to the side, but this time we're going to bring the foot down to the floor. Pull that left sitting bone back a little bit. Pull that left sitting bone back a little bit. Lift again. And now just come forward over your left leg. Inhale, draw up a little bit, lengthen, and come forward that little bit more. Inhale, lift and lengthen, shoulder blades coming down our back. Come forward, just breathing in. This is Janushirasana. I bow down, knee head position, humbleness, humility, surrender, surrender. Take your right hand to the outside of your left leg, left hand behind you. Inhale, lift and lengthen a little bit, and then just twist to the left, just coming around. Inhale, lift and lengthen, and twist a little bit, and then slowly turn back forward. Bring your left hand to the inside of your left leg, and then bend your elbows and just draw your heart forward. I bow down in humbleness and humility. Have mercy. I bow down. Thy will be done. I bow down. And then slowly lift yourself up. Coming up, left hand forward on your mat, right hand back. Just sit up and just twist. Again, if you've got a little bit short arms, you might want to grab a hold of a block. The harder form block is better. And just take it onto that right hand behind you. And then take your left hand up to the ceiling. And just here, press down into the block or into the floor. Press down with your knee. Lift through both hips and lift yourself up. Really think of lifting up out of that bottom hip, that right hip. Get the lift up and then reach back and lift through your whole pelvis, through your heart center, opening, lifting. Wild thing. I'm ready to live on the wild side. I'm ready to embrace life, whatever comes my way. And then hand up, come back forward and down. Come turning back forward one more time. Just bow down. And then slowly lift yourself up. Extend out again through both legs. Sitting up nice and tall. Feeling all the sensations. Are you getting a sense now of what I'm talking about when I say feel the sensations in your body? Is your body starting to come alive? The energy really starting to flow through you? It's delicious. And then gently move to the right side of your mat. Why we're moving on the mat is just so that the knee stays on the mat. So just coming up and then bend your leg up. And again, just gently rotate it out and lift it up and rotate it out, just like we've been doing lots of, and out. And then take it out to the side. Again, having a little block underneath can be very beneficial. You can let it rest on that block. And then just right leg extended out, right hand to your left knee. Draw the shoulder down, left hand behind you. Just sit up. I pull this right elbow in a little bit, and that just gives me a little extra extension so that I can draw myself around gently. And then turn back and just go the other way. So sit up and exhale. Can we just rotate around? Come back to center, just lift the leg up, just draw it up, draw the knee up a little bit, grab a hold of your foot, and then let's just rock it a little bit from side to side, and then bring it across. Bring it down, so again, your foot is on the floor, hips are balanced. If you're like this, you need a block. So just gently sitting up, just sit up. Inhale, lift up again. We can do an open twist first if you like. Just come around and then back forward. Just take that right arm and hug your knee in towards your chest and draw your chest up towards your knee. Left hand on a block or on the floor behind you. Just lift and twist. Just breathing in. Sometimes, you know, the abdomen gets a little bit in the way. And so sometimes it's actually beneficial to do this, just to take your hand to your abdomen and just help it. Just, okay, I'm just going to pull it around a little bit. And then hand on the floor. Oh, that feels better. We just lift up. And then we can twist that a little bit further. And then turn back forward. Just turn forward and lift that right arm up. And again, that little stretch up, lifting up. And then bring your elbow, if you can, to the outside of your knee. Around is also just fine. And then left hand back. Just sit up. And then exhale, twist from the navel. Really drawing around, just breathing in. Getting that lift up. Again, we don't want to slouch, twist. We want to lift through the heart center and rotate, rotate. And then once the chest is turned to the right, to the left as far as is agreeable for you, turn your head back to the right and just look to your left toes on the right side. Draw both shoulder blades down your back, just breathing in and exhaling, just twisting. And then bow your forehead towards those left toes on the right side. And then lift your head back up to neutral, maybe a little deeper into the twist. Look to your right toes now, so that our nose is straight forward, chest is still turned to the left, and then tilt your head to the right, like we want to look over. We're just tilting, tilting. Shoulder blades down, both shoulder blades, and just tilt. Really releasing all those neck muscles. And then lift your head back to center. Slowly turn your torso back to center. Lift your leg up, bring your foot back by your hip. Drawing in, we can hold our knee or we can reach for our right leg and just draw up and come forward. Inhale, lift. One side might feel very different from the other side. Just awareness, coming forward. No pushing, no pulling. Drawing my shoulder blades though down my back constantly. Don't want to be rounded. I don't want to lift those shoulder blades up. I really want to come forward gracefully. I want to come forward into the world gracefully. And then slowly lift yourself back up. Lift your leg up. Grab a hold of your foot and your knee and just rock that hip. And try not to move your pelvis too much. Try to keep it in the hip joint, And then come to center and maybe, and don't worry, maybe just get it up your arm just a little bit, or maybe you can bring it right up into the elbow joint. And then lift your chest towards your leg, and again, just rock the leg a little bit from side to side. Not a big movement, just a little movement. Inhale, lift a little bit, and exhale, just hold it here, like we're just hugging our baby to our heart. We're hugging that leg in. And then slowly slide the foot down into your hand, or you could grab a hold of a band. Pull the knee in a little bit, draw the knee to your chest, lift the chest to the knee, and then exhale, take the foot towards the ceiling. Inhale, drop in under your armpit or under your shoulder a little bit, and then exhale, take it up again. Again, draw it out. Draw it down and out, and then again, lift up. And again, when we've got this lift up, we don't want to be really rounded back. Draw up through the heart center, just breathing in and exhaling. Can we draw the heart up, getting that lift up just a little bit more. And then bend the knee down, bring your foot towards your thigh, bring your knee down towards the floor. Again, sometimes a block under that leg is very beneficial. Left foot, right foot straight out in front. Draw your right hip maybe back a little bit. We can always do a little twist while we're seated, and then lift both arms up. Reach up, lift up, moving in those hip joints. Lift and come forward and down. Inhale, draw up, draw, lengthen through the front of your body, and exhale, not too tight, not too loose, coming forward gently. Inhale, lengthen, lift a little bit, and exhale, come forward gently. Just breathing in, getting the lift, the lengthen, and coming forward gently, gently. And then left hand to the outside of your ankle or foot, right hand behind you. Think extension of the spine, get a little lift up and twist to the right, just breathing in, getting that lift and that twist around, coming around. And then turn back forward, bring your right hand to the inside, let your elbows bend. It's like we're creating space for the heart. Bend your elbows wide and bow down. I surrender, I let go. Slowly, gently lift yourself back up again, lift up. Left hand forward, right hand back. If you like the block is always beneficial. Get that lift up again through the heart. So we are humble, we bow down, and then we open to the grace. So we lift up, we open to life, we lift our arm up, we say, yes, here, yes, I am ready. We go down through that left knee, gently, gently, lift. Go down, left hand down, right hand up. I got it the wrong way. Press down through that left arm, up through the right. Go down through the left knee, lift yourself up. So we lift up, press up through that bottom hip. We're getting that lift right up. Just reach up, open, and then lifting out also on that left shoulder. Just reach up and Turn back forward and just briefly, gently, humbly come forward. Yes, I am ready. I'm so blessed to be living this life at this time. I'm so blessed. And then lift yourself back up, come up, both legs back out in front of you again. Again, just sit tall. Check out your neck. Really always making sure that your neck feels free. Always, always, always. Sometimes we lead too much with the neck. And then this time, slip your hands back. Slip them back, roll back a little bit more. Bend your legs up, take both knees out to the side. Pull your elbows back even a little bit more. Inhale, draw up a little bit through your chest. Chin towards your chest. And then exhale, pull your elbows back towards the wall and roll back. Inhale again, lift up, draw up, and exhale. Pull those elbows back, roll back, stay back, but draw the chin up. And tilt the head back. Pull the elbows back, lifting up. And then lift through the forehead. Pull the chin towards your chest and roll back that little bit further. And then staying back, pulling those elbows in a little bit. Again, think forehead, forward, chin forward, lift up again. Lifting, opening. And then lift up again, come up. Come back up to sitting, lift your knees up, and now take your legs wide apart. So go wide through your legs, go wide, heels down, toes up. Sit down again, sit on your sitting bones. Make sure we're not here. If you need a block, you can grab a block and you can sit on that block. And then once you're on the block, just tilt forward a little bit. And that just gives us that movement in the hip joint. So just coming forward and then legs nice and wide, pull out through the heels. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, reach up a little bit. Breathe in, getting that lift right up, lift up, and then come forward. Just come forward. Inhale, lift again, lengthen through your spine. Come forward, bring your hands to your toes. Inhale, draw up through the heart center, coming up, and then just bend your elbows down, just to bring the torso that little bit further. Again, draw up a little bit, and just come forward a tiny bit further. And then lift yourself back up, draw up, and take your left leg and pull it back in again. So that we're sitting heels towards our pubic bone. We're drawing in, right leg is out. And then again, back is nice and straight. I'm still on the block. You don't need to be on a block though. Bend your right knee up just a little bit. Just a little bit. And then bring your elbow to the inside of your knee and just twist again towards the left, getting that lift up. Pull your right toes back, and then can we side bend over? Take your index finger and your middle finger and just hook your big toe. And then just turn your chest a little more. Just breathing in. Can we rotate and hold just here? And then left hand to your shoulder. Just gently draw over your right leg a little bit further. So I'm pulling my elbow back and in and coming over. And then hand to your ear. Just relax over a little bit, and then slowly let that relax into your right leg, relax into it, and then let that leg lengthen out and just reach your hand up and over. And maybe you can reach your toes, and maybe you can rotate through your torso. And breathe. And press out maybe a little bit further. And breathe. Head in neutral. This is a modification of head to knee position. So just really relaxing down and over. And then draw that left arm back, hand on your thigh. Slowly lift yourself back up. Take your legs back out in front of you. Again, take your legs wide apart. Go wide through your legs. Again, pelvis is in neutral. We're here. We're pressing wide through our heels, lifting up. I know you can't see my feet, but I wanted you to be able to see it from front on. This time, just getting that lift. And then lift up both arms, reach up. And again, just reach up and back and bring the chest forward a little bit. Inhale, lift and reach up a little further, and then come forward, bring your hands down, reaching for your toes. But notice we don't want the shoulders up by our ears. Pull the shoulders back and down. Shoulder blades back and down. Inhale, lift, and then on those sitting bones, just tilting that little bit further. And again, there's nowhere to get to. There's no place to be other than where it's comfortable for you. Always where it feels agreeable to you. There's no pushing, no pulling. I'm holding my toes, but I'm not gripping. I'm not trying to get anywhere. They're just resting there. And then I can come forward. I can come forward from the hip joints, not pulling from the arms, releasing forward. And then slowly lift back up, come up, sit up nice and straight, and then bend that right leg in. Pulling it in a little bit, left leg out to the side, just coming out, and then just gently, just be here. Feel how this feels for you, just nice and easy, and then bend your left leg up a little bit, just bend it up. Sometimes we even sit in this type of position, right? We're just sitting, it's comfortable, it's a relaxed position. Not too tight, not too loose. And then bring your arm to the inside of your leg. And then just gently twist back to the right a little bit. And then lean to the left a little bit further. Take your 2 fingers if you can, or a belt. Grab a hold of your big toe, elbow to the inside of the knee, twisting to the right, just breathing in, and just be here for a moment. Bring your hand to your shoulder, just guide that shoulder back, maybe a tiny bit. Hand to your ear, guide your head back. Did we have our head forward? Guide it back. So we're just helping everything come into alignment. And then just relax, relax, like we're just gonna have a snooze. Relax into that left leg. And then, like, you know how sometimes you fall asleep when you're sitting and something slides out, your legs slide out, or your arm, just slide your sleep. Just go with the leg. Slide the leg out. Let your right arm come up and over. Maybe you reach for your toes, or maybe you don't. Maybe we just stay with the arm up and we just draw the shoulder back a little bit. Just breathing in and getting that lift up and over a tiny bit. And then we can relax a little further.
And bend over a little bit more. And we can breathe. And we can hold our thumb instead of our toes. This side's a little tighter for me. There's nowhere to get to though. I'm very happy right where I'm at. And then draw the right elbow back, hand onto your leg. Lift yourself back up again. Leave your right leg right where it is. Bring your left leg in, maybe in front of it, just coming in. And then both legs just bend. Hands to your knees or to the floor or to your hips, either one. Sometimes it's nice to take your hands right into those hip joints, press your sitting bones down, and then just come forward. Just nice and easy, coming forward and relaxing. And then slowly lift yourself back up, come up, extend your legs out, turn and lie down on your mat. You don't need to turn, but just so maybe you can see me. And then lying down, just relax for a moment. Feel how you feel. Walk your feet in and let's just gently lift up into a nice, easy bridge position. Again, keeping the legs parallel, so drawing the knees in a little bit, outer edge of your feet, and just getting that nice little gentle lift up. And then bring your spine back down. Hands back down by your side, palms up. Exhale, pull your shoulder blades down your back. Think forehead, think of those little hairs at your hairline. Inhale, lift your head up. Exhale, pull those shoulders down a little bit further. Just draw and hold and then lengthen your neck as you come back down. Lift one foot up off the floor, the other foot up off the floor. Draw your knees wide. Just draw them wide. Take your index finger and middle finger again. Grab a hold of your big toes. If you can also hold your ankles. You can also use a band, just whatever feels best for you. Honor that. And then take your feet up over your knees. Just breathe in and exhale and just relax the shoulders down. Can we draw down, nice and easeful. And then slowly draw the feet back together again. Take your feet back up to the ceiling, just reaching up. Lengthen and hold here. Sink the pelvis back down. Now keep your right leg up, but bend your left leg and bring your foot down to the floor. Take your right knee out to the side. Draw the knee towards the floor. Take your right arm, take it under your leg to hold the outside of your foot. Can we draw that knee a little close to the floor? Keep your left knee straight up. Just draw it down and then gently lift your head up. Lift your foot up and just see if you can bring your foot towards your forehead. And release a little bit. Draw the knee a little wider and then lift the foot up and maybe bring it to the top of your head. And then release it a little bit and then draw it back. And maybe you could put it behind your head. And then hold it there for a second if it goes there. And then release it. Take your foot back up to the ceiling. Press up. Lengthen your neck, head back down. Bend your knee down. Lift your other foot up off the floor. And just hug both knees in for a moment. Bring your right foot to the floor. Take your left knee out to the side. Grab a hold of the foot. Draw it in a little bit. And maybe this is as far as you go. Really, that would be just fine. Wherever we can go to is perfect. Take that left arm if you like and wrap it around to hold the outside of your foot. And maybe this is as far as you go. And this is a perfect place to be. We could just draw that knee down, holding it here. But if you want to go to that next place, if we want to have a little bit of fun today, because this pose is really just about having some fun, just gently lift your head up, just from the forehead, we draw up. We just see if we can get that knee over our shoulder a little bit, and then we just draw the foot towards our forehead. And then we can relax it a little bit, and maybe we bring it a little bit more over the shoulder, and we bring the foot a little more towards the top of our head. And then maybe, and this won't be me, but maybe it's you, maybe you can tuck it right behind your head. And we hold and we breathe, keeping the right knee straight up, and then we can release it, taking the leg back up to the ceiling again, and then bend it down, bring your foot to the floor, walk your feet in, get the outer edge of your feet, and of course we need our counter pose, that bridge position. Again, pulling the shoulder blades down your back, hold them down, pull it down, lift those hips up, just breathe in, and it just feels so good to be here. Just breathing in and getting that lift right up here. Slowly, gently release back down, again coming down, lengthen out through both your legs, nice and easy. Slip your hands under your buttocks, palms down, just slip them underneath, reach under, pull those elbows in tight. Exhale, think of your bandhas, you're zipping up that slightly tight pair of pants, and then inhale, point your toes, lift your head up, look towards your navel, lift up onto your elbows, and then tilting on our elbows, tilt back, and bring the back top of your head towards the floor. Breathing, just press down a little bit through those elbows to get the lift up, and hold. If you like to slip your hands out from under your buttocks, you can, and just get that lift up. You could also bring your hands together on your heart center, elbows off the floor, but only if you feel, oh, that feels good for my neck. And then just tongue to the roof of your mouth. Let's hum. Just breathe in. This is called the Brahmari breath. Slowly bring your hands back down by your side. Tuck them a little bit under your buttock muscles, your upper thighs, and then just slide your neck out. Turn your head a little bit from side to side. Make sure your neck feels good. Bend your knees. Feet on the floor. Take your knees a little bit from side to side. Make sure your lower back also feels really long and free. And then back to center. Lengthen out through both your legs. Shoulder blades down your back. Neck is free. Heart is free. Feel your organs. Your organs are feeling so cleansed, so wonderful. Twists are just so great for giving our internal organs a nice massage.
good for our digestion. Just breathe. Just feel your whole body so alive, feeling wonderful, feeling so free, so liberated from our back bends yesterday, our twists today. Feeling your whole body surrendering deep down into the floor. Your whole body feeling wonderful. Feeling wonderful, cleansed, released, massaged, loved. Feel the sensations in your body. Feel the sensations in your body. And just feel deep gratitude for our time together. And deep gratitude for this incredible body that you have and all that it does for you. Appreciating it just as it is, just as it is. Not when we can get our foot behind our head. Really, who cares? Yoga is about functionality. And I live more wildlife, and I live freer, liberated. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. I honor you. I respect you. I love you. I hold you deeply in my heart. Be happy, be healthy, be safe, stay home. Namaste.